Hello, and welcome to Off the Field and Screens. Chad and Mary Ruth go to the movies.
Take two.
Yes, the first one, for whatever reason, just clocked out on us. So,
Yep.
we're starting over. This week's film is The Long Walk, and this turned out to be of the 32?
30.
32.
33. Did you update the bottom?
There's 32 on the list. The 32 movies we've seen, the new movies. That we've seen
New
this year.
movies, yes.
On the updated list, this turns out to be the most polarizing film between the two of us to date.
Yeah.
Um,
I think before it was The Monkey.
yes, which was also a Stephen King story. So it turns out that Mary Ruth likes the Stephen King stories this year, and I have not so much enjoyed them. Not that they were bad. Well, not that The Monkey was bad. I just think that in terms of its placement on my list, it's just I liked a lot of other things better. This one was, to me, I did not like.
Which I think is interesting, though, because I feel like I'm not a huge Stephen King fan.
Well.
So,
entering our spoiler-free, to start out, what did you like so much about this?
I liked the acting a lot. I thought that the actors did a good job of portraying the characters.
Yeah.
And I liked the chemistry. I thought the chemistry between the actors was good. And, there's just it did a good job, in my opinion, of making you feel really connected to the characters. And setting up kind of like that anticipation of, oh shit, like we know what's going to happen. And so it's kind of hard to watch them sit there and bond and be hopeful and happy. Yeah, I thought it just did a good job of kind of like setting it up and making you care. And the actors did a good job and they had good chemistry. And then, it just got incredibly horrifying.
Yeah. I will agree with the acting. Cooper Hoffman as Raymond Garrity.
Which I was like, why does this kid look familiar to me? And then when I saw it was Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, I was like, that's why this kid looks familiar to me.
Yes, and he got there all on his own.
Sure.
David Johnson was I think, to me, the biggest standout.
No, which one did he
as
play?
Peter McVrise.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that, to me, what was some pretty droll dialogue, he was able to elevate to something more transcendent, something more important, something significant. Because there was some... I would have to look at the script. I think at one point one of the characters says something like, man, that's so messed up, after someone got shot in the head, which felt like something a high schooler would write about, in a script. No, I mean, I get it. They're trying to portray...
Something like an early 20-year-old, late teens would say, though?
I don't think so. Because then they would, combine it with, some, more poetic language after that. And I was like, But anyway. Yeah, he was really good, that David Johnson. And I also thought the new Karate Kid, Ben Wang, was able, really held his own.
Yeah.
In creating I think character-wise, he took the biggest risk with the character choices that he made.
And especially the accent, because that accent...
Cece,
anywhere...
sorry, it's storming.
So the dog is barking.
Yeah.
The accent anywhere else, I feel like, would have been very, caricature-ish.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, he has that accent.
Yeah.
How old is that kid, anyway?
Oh, we'll look it up real quick. Yeah, I thought it...
This might be a spoiler part later. We'll come back to his age in about...
Oh, he's 25.
15. He's what?
Yeah. It says 25.
He cannot be... Okay.
But I don't think it's good material for us to be staring at a phone while people are watching us talk about, or listening to us talk about a movie.
There's no staring. There is some light
Okay,
Light
well, it
green.
says, Wikipedia says born in 2000.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was good, and I thought he made some good character choices.
Also, like, the kid from Looking for Alaska with, like, the chin-length hair that was kind of, like, crazy.
Yeah, oh, the racist one.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job of, like, being crazy. But also in
Yeah.
some ways, like, very earnest.
No,
No.
I don't want to say he's bad. I think most of the actors were given horrible material to work
Oh.
with. And this is where we differ.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a lot of cliches. There were... The movie didn't seem to have, like, to know what it was trying to say. And every time it tried to say something, it would undercut itself with something else. There was like they took a giant mallet and tried to say that overcoming nihilism is pointless. Ultimately, and this is going to, I'm going to have to put explicit on this, for themes only. The film ultimately argues that everybody should just kill themselves because there's no point to living.
I got a different outcome to the movie. To me, it was about humanity in the face of adversity or in a system where you're stripped of your humanity and where you're stripped of your choice. You make, like, they made the choice to be like the Four Musketeers, right? They made the choice of friendship and brotherhood.
Yeah, I kind of. I mean, all the brotherhood dialogue was very cliched, and
I didn't think it was cliche.
there was a lot of what I thought was Pollyanna positivity.
I don't know.
And it didn't give the optimist worldview, the live life for the moments argument enough to actually buy it. It just felt like whoever wrote that character thought that disdained and sneered at that worldview. Yeah.
Well.
And yeah, I mean, ultimately, you and I disagree on it. That's the big thing for me was the execution of the message and the story, because 5 minutes into the movie, I knew like what was going to happen.
I didn't.
I knew almost immediately. I was like, oh, okay, I see.
Well, I knew Jojo Rabbit was probably going to die first.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the two major plot twists, if you want to call them that. I mean, I don't know if that was the intention. The one was super obvious to me, and the other one, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Because it was hitting you over the head with it.
But what did you like, though? Because you didn't really start with that.
Oh, I did. I talked about the acting. And that was all I really liked about it. I thought particularly those three names that I mentioned. Oh, that's right.
You did talk about that.
Yeah, in response to yours. I thought those three things were really good. One of the biggest disappointments for me was I think Mark Hamill is an excellent actor. I don't think he did anything.
He had a very small role for the amount of like time he was given in the trailers and promotions.
Yeah, and his character was very one note, not very fleshed out. If that was the point, then I guess he hit it. It just seems like you could have gotten anybody to do that. I guess when you had a bunch of young actors that haven't billed movies, you needed to throw a recognizable face and name on the posters. But I didn't think the character had anything to it. It wasn't scary. It was just very... It was more cartoonish than his portrayal of the Joker. Mm-hmm. So,
but you know who did do a good job, but I guess she's a little too niche maybe to draw in the big names, was Judy Greer. You disagree?
I thought she screamed a lot. It's my least favorite type of acting. She
screamed in the scene. Okay, she screamed in that one scene.
No, she screamed in both scenes.
Not her first scene.
Yeah, she did when he was leaving.
Oh.
Yeah, there was lots of screaming, and
I
choices that characters made didn't make any sense. I was like, oh, they did this so that somebody could have this reaction. It didn't feel motivated by any particularly story-based reason. I feel like, it just things weren't motivated. The story was very predictable, and the message was not clear.
Well, to me, I didn't mind if it was predictable because I didn't think it was supposed to be like a super complicated movie because the point of the movie... Bagisi.
It's okay, puppy.
The point of the movie was the kids. So to me, like, if something's a little predictable or maybe, you know, like, it's not as complicated as, like, a David Fincher film.
Yeah, well...
But, wait. That's not the point, right? It's about building this connection between the characters and the audience. And, I mean, it's about kids who go on a long walk in order to win a bunch of money and the rest of them die. Like, I mean, there's not much else to it. Except where you build out the characters and the relationships.
Yeah, except for there were no real relationships. It was very...
well, you think there were no real relationships. I saw real relationships.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that to me.
Well,
I didn't have any investment in the characters. The whole film, its thesis, its story, its the portrayal, because it didn't have a cohesive, like, 90-minute arc. It was 20 little moments, little arcs that they
that's the whole
smashed
point.
together.
He talks about you just got to make it to each moment, so it's 20 moments. Each moment that they're getting to.
Right.
Well, we can just agree to disagree.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, the point of that was there wasn't a story. It felt to me like a first-year college student's philosophy paper. Like, they picked up and read, like, the first 2 pages of Nietzsche, and they were like, I have this great idea. And then they smoked some weed and played some Kurt Cobain, and they were like, kill yourself.
I mean, Stephen King probably was on coke when he wrote this.
Will to power. Yeah, anyway.
It was the 60s, and he admitted to being on a lot of coke while writing back then. Yeah. I mean, do we want to progress into... I feel like we've kind of, like... hit the point where we have to talk about spoilers now.
Yeah, well, because just to summarize, we disagreed. She liked it, and I always respect when people have profound experiences at something, and I hate to poo-poo on them. But we do have a podcast where we're talking about movies, so that part was kind of unavoidable.
So I came out of this movie like... I don't think I've, like, sobbed in a movie like this since Avengers Endgame. Because it sobbed at that movie. She just sacrifices herself for Jeremy Renner. Anyway, so, like, to me, I think the first time, like, I started crying was when... Oh, shoot. I'm gonna forget the guy's name. He was, I think, the 4th one left. Anyway, I knew I was going to be sad when Ben Wayne died.
Oh, the Christian guy?
Yeah, the Christian kid who... I know the actor's name, I believe, is Tut. But I can't remember the character's name. I was like, I'm going to cry.
I'm looking it up for you.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to cry when this happens.
Oh, yeah. Arthur Baker.
Yeah, Arthur Baker.
Touch.
Definitely cried when that happened. And then I was full on sobbing at the very end where Ray's down, not Ray, sorry, Peter's down on the ground and Ray picks him up and they start walking.
Oh, we're in the spoilers, okay.
Oh, I thought we were already...
No, I was trying to sum up before, but it's cool. Let's go.
Oh, well, we've moved on. Sorry, I've moved on, so...
She has declared it.
So it must be.
Yeah.
So you just see Ray sink to the ground as Peter continues to walk on, and I was just like, I'm done, I'm dead. Also, though, like, it could be because it was Sunday night and I did not sleep well the night before, so I was a little itty-bitty sleep deprived, but yeah, full-on sobbing. And then I just had to sit there for a second.
Cece.
I definitely think that the long walk is... I don't know if I can say I enjoyed it. Because I could never, ever, 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 ever watch that movie again.
Yeah. Keep talking.
She's just dead waiting.
It's okay. You didn't like that? Okay. We have a special guest. Cece. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so this makes me feel so cold and callous. I almost laughed when that happened because I was like, "Oh, he was going to save him, and then, oh no, he's gonna save him." I thought it was the most predictable thing in the world. It was the most
It
cliched
doesn't
moment.
matter if it's predictable because the point was brotherhood. You're such a cynic.
No, the point wasn't brotherhood.
Yes,
the
it
point
was.
that the
What?
Pollyanna guy, in the end, succumbs to the nihilism, and
But Peter is just as optimistic as Ray was, and Ray wasn't Pollyanna. Ray was like, I'm gonna do the long walk so I can shoot that guy in the face.
no, Ray wasn't. No, the other
Oh,
Peter
Peter. Oh, I
was
see.
the Pollyanna guy, who in the end they destroy him and make him a nihilist. And by becoming a more positive, control your destiny person, Raymond turns him through his his act of bravery. He turns him into a nihilist.
Guess I just didn't get that.
Because when he was faced with a real challenge, he immediately turned to violence.
Well, but I think the point was, though, that he didn't want the walk to happen again. So to save all the other kids.
No, we don't know that.
Well, no, it leaves it up to interpretation.
Oh, the interpretation I got was kill yourself.
I got a very different interpretation, obviously. And I also think, though, with Ray, because, at one point Ray's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. Oh, my God, dog, what's with the hair? And then he was like, oh, I'm no better than my father, who essentially just made selfish choices that caused him to abandon me and my mom, and now I'm just abandoning my mom. But, at the end, he instead chose, he felt like he was going to be no better than his father, so then he was like, well, the choice is now for Peter to go on and do good. Because Peter wanted to use his money to help.
His dad was selfish?
And
He's the only brave character in the whole film.
I mean, and it's bravery, but it's selfishness in that you're leaving your wife and your son.
No, it's the greatest lesson he could teach. His son just learned the wrong lesson from it.
But then he's not there anymore. It's brave and it's selfish.
Yeah, that's a very materialist view of what happened. Because it's only our physical self. See, that's what I'm talking about when it's talking about the goodness of life is it's just very all that matters is the physical, the pleasure, the material.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I mean,
no,
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
physically, he's not there anymore, but also he's not there emotionally. He's not there intellectually. He's no longer there.
No, he's there forever spiritually. Because if you took the right lesson from that, it's better. That's something worth standing up to tyranny over. All the other ones did it for seemingly stupid reasons.
Okay.
To say that you should he lived his life the way he wanted to live it.
Yeah, but then he left his wife and his son to fend for themselves.
Yes.
They no longer have him or his support.
Yes, but he showed.
They also had to go through great emotional damage when he was shot in front of them. That's a selfish choice.
Is it?
Yes.
Is living as a coward and being a coward for your son? Is that that's a selfish choice to keep your life?
Well, to be there for your son and for your wife.
No, what he did was way more important than.
I'm not saying it's not important.
It's better to die for something you believe in than just to die tilting at nihilism like all the other characters.
Okay, well, you can believe that.
I don't have to believe it. It's just true.
Well, no, your opinion is not fact.
No, what I'm saying is it's not an opinion. But anyway. All right. So, let's move on to cheerier subjects, wrapping this up.
Yeah, because this movie was, it left me feeling the worst I've ever felt leaving a movie theater. I feel like to be, just to be transparent, I had to come back and watch the Ass Crack Bandit episode of Community just to feel alive again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the worst I felt leaving the theater, but I was ready to go. I was ready to go. So.
Well, so for me, I rank this movie number 10 out of 32. And it sits right in between number 9, which is Caught Stealing, and number 11, which is The Monkey. And for Chad...
I ranked it 29, which is one spot ahead of Drop.
Below.
Below, sorry. One spot below, and one spot ahead of Captain America Brave New World. It is, we were talking about tiers, it's in her top tier and it's in my bottom tier.
Yeah. Well, just for comparison, Chad's number 10 is Weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And my 29 is Until Dawn. Which is, I think, mid-tier for me. Until Dawn was not like a bad movie.
Yeah.
Just didn't think it was my favorite. Actually, you know what? I have Jurassic World before Until Dawn. No, you know what? Because the T-Rex scene. The T-Rex scene upped that a little bit more for me.
Yeah,
anyway.
So, overall, there are a couple things you could get from watching The Long Walk. You could have a profound emotional experience, or you could feel like a group of Kurt Cobain worshipping nihilists got together and wrote a devised piece of theater to be suffered. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. What's up next? It's the
we're Spinal Tap next.
Oh, possibly, or.
Well, we have to watch Spinal Tap. And then...
No, it's what is it? A big, bold, beautiful.
Oh, Big, Brave, Beautiful Journey.
Yes.
Which seems like it's probably going to be a lot happier, even if it will get us in the heartstrings.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one. That's probably the September release. I'm trying to think through everything. That's probably the one I was looking forward to the most that comes out this month.
I feel like I'm looking forward to it. It can go either way for me. I feel like it could either be super sappy and one note, but I also really love Colin Firth and I really love Margot Robbie and I have trust in them. So I'm like, okay. I'm usually not like a big sappy romance movie person.
Yeah.
So, but you are?
I think in this context I'll enjoy like the metaphor of the film.
I love how we go against stereotypes.
Yeah, I don't think it will be... I think the metaphor of the film of like, I mean, obviously, not to get into it, but they go through doors to share intimacy. And it's like doors that they have to let the other person into, and that's the only way to actually be intimate with another person, is to let them into your history. Is to let them get to know you. Yeah. That's not a tired metaphor. All right.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the...
Oh, and then there's One Battle After Another that's coming out at the end of September, too.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that is pretty much all we have for you this week. Was there any other list sharing that we were supposed to do?
No, but we still do need to do like our, maybe like a mini-sode, just like sharing our list.
Yeah, just rip through them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all that we have for you today.
So I'm Mary, Ruth.
And I'm Chad. If you enjoyed what you watched or listened to, please give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, and share this. And follow us at offthefieldandscreen.com for other articles, because there is a Chad written review of The Long Walk. All right.
I bet you guys can guess how that goes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.